Here's a brand new 12-point Salmero Roy Bautista handmade custom cue. You may have seen this before in a group post. You'll notice that the majority of all of these are gone. They sell super fast. We're closing out another successful package deal with Salmero. So this is Eddie, the owner of Crossroad Cues. For all of you that follow us on YouTube, please check out our website, crossroadcues.com. If you're on Facebook, please share the video so some others can enjoy it. Salmero Roy Bautista is a custom cue maker from the Philippines. It's one of the best cue makers by far in the Philippines. We don't just endorse any cue makers here at Crossroad Cues. We have an impeccable reputation. And we only work with cue makers that obviously make quality merchandise and that have high integrity. So Salmero and Crossroad Cues have had a good business relationship, partnership, whatever you want to call it. He makes the cues and we sell them right here from our location in Northwest Indiana. So we've been dealing with him now for pretty close to 3 years. Have had no problems with his cues, his craftsmanship, or anything to do with him or his business because he's a good guy. And he supports his family by making cues just like the one that you're looking at right here, and he does a fine job. So for the money, in my opinion, and I deal in all kinds of custom cues at various different price ranges, even some of the high-end cues, I don't personally think that for the money, you can find a better custom cue, especially under $1,000. Take a look at that wood. I always like to say this type of Amboyna looks like lava. The handle's all ringed up. You've got turquoise and some other type of stone in there. Multi-position ring work. As you can see, we like to call it a slick handle. Ebony forearm. Some type of curly on the points. And you've got a total of 12 points. So 6 on the top going high, 6 down low. Comes with a custom, not a custom, but just a pretty basic extension, but it's custom fit for the cue right in the bottom there. That way you can lengthen that. Give you a better view here. You've got a radial pin. A lot of our customers that have bought these, and many people will comment on the posts when we put them up, because they've started to collect his cues. Because again, for the wood type and the playability, you just can't go wrong. But many of our customers have used the Revo shaft with his cues, and they tell me that it plays phenomenal. I haven't tried that combination yet, but he does give you a nice maple shaft. You get 2 maple shafts, low deflection ferrules. The only thing negative about the cues, I always tell people, Roy doesn't seem to have access to real good tips over there in the Philippines, so you want to switch that tip off as soon as you get a chance. It's just some type of a hard tip. No big deal unless you like a real hard tip, but nice straight maple shafts with some good grain. He does buy his wood, by the way, from other areas that have a drier climate. A lot of people will ask me, well, is the cue straight? Is it going to stay straight? Well, number one, nobody can predict the future. From my assessment, and we've been selling these for a few years, we've had no problems, nor have our customers had any problems with his wood or the cues. And his wood is really dried out. He doesn't just use new pieces of wood. He's been making cues for a very, very, very long time. He's made cues for some of the best Filipino players that have competed with his cues. They play really good. I would rate it at about a medium to a firm hit. So medium to a firm hit. Your balance point is right about there. Just slightly forward weighted, just a little bit right there, which is good for ball movement in my opinion. But how about all that work in this cue? Signed by Salmero at the bottom, of course, just like he does with every cue. Sometimes he signs in the forearm. I love the way the turquoise looks with the Amboyna Burl. Amboyna Burl and Ebony is such a great combination. So there you go. This is one of the last ones that we have left in stock right now. And we also have another order in with Roy, but it takes him a really long time to make the batch, several months, of course. And we've got standing orders for him now for years. If you buy this, we ship it out the same day or the next business morning. You will not be disappointed. Salmero Roy Bautista Q. You can even check out Roy's Facebook page. If you guys are on Facebook, you can check out Salmero Roy Bautista. You'll see videos of him hand making these Qs with the use of very, very little machinery. Of course, he's got a lathe and some other things that he works with, but he does all of the inlays actually by hand with the use of some tools. It's really neat to see how he makes the Qs, and he's really consistent with his craftsmanship, and they always play really good. So if you're interested, please send us a message. You can call the number on the post. You can send us an email if you wish through our website, crossroadqs.com. Thanks again for taking a look.